We're standing in front of Metropolis 2, which is a giant kinetic sculpture. So the most salient feature is these little Hot Wheel type cars that we've actually produced ourselves. And they run through the system once every 40 seconds. So in an hour, 100,000 cars go through this whole system. So the cars are just blobs of motion. It's obviously sort of a sanitized city. I mean, there's no garbage or anything like that. But the idea was to, in some poetic way, model a fast-paced modern city. And obviously, I live in Los Angeles, so you could say this is a model of Los Angeles, but it's not. The buildings don't relate to any real buildings, and no roads relate to any actual freeways. So it's just an abstraction. It kind of models the past and the future in the same breath, because in the future, cars will not be able to run loose like we still can. In the relatively near future, all cars are going to be controlled by satellites, and you basically have a private train car, and you won't be able to accelerate, pass on curves, do any of the kind of fun things teenagers like to do, because they'll be able to go 200 miles an hour bumper to bumper in the freeway. These cars run free on the sculpture, and they won't in the future. But the speed that they're running is sort of futuristic, which is about 230 scale miles an hour. These cars have a magnet drilled into the bottom, inserted in the bottom, and the belts have the 3 conveyor belts that you see that carry them up have magnets at the regular intervals. So the cars, the magnets match up, and the magnet on the belt actually pulls the car up. They never touch, but they interact. The trains, like public transportation, are slower. So they sort of mimic the real world in that, if you want to commute from here to downtown LA, it might take you a couple hours on a bus. Usually it takes me about an hour to get here. But on actual traffic night, it can take 2.5 hours, it's taken me over 2 hours to get to Beverly Hills from Topanga. So that's it's disheartening.